Hello and welcome back to how to build a Flash website basic requirements. Today we're going to learn about animation. There are two types of animation, the shape twin and the classic motion twin. So for the shape twin, it requires for us to have, of course, a shape. Right now I'm going to draw a shape. Let's pick a color and then let me draw a rectangle. Now you will notice that this is a shape because it has no blue outline around it. Now for the animation to work, it must have an initial state and a final state. For the states, they are called keyframes in Flash. So let's just put another keyframe here to indicate our final state of the animation. Okay, so we have here the final state and the initial state. Now let's try to modify our final state. Let's move it a little bit over here, and then you have your final state and you have your initial state. Between the two states, let's choose the shape twin. And then by dragging the playhead, you will notice the animation already. Let's try to test our movie. Next is you'll try to modify more the end state. So instead of just this rectangle, we'll try to rotate it a bit. And then let's just try to see what will happen. Okay. So how about changing the color? So let's select another color, let's say blue, and let's observe what will happen. That's cool. You can also modify it more by changing the output into something much more different, like a star. So let's just delete this one and move this one over here. Let's try to see what will happen. Cool. Next, how about trying text? Now, text initially are grouped objects, right? So we have to break them apart and then break them more, because as you can see on the timeline, instead of a straight line, it has dotted lines because the initial state is a shape and the final state is a grouped object. So let's try to break it apart more. So here you go, it's already a shape, and when we are going to check back our timeline, you will notice that it's already a straight arrow or straight line, not dotted line anymore. So let's try to see the animation. Alright, we'll try to test it. Okay. Now how about for classic motion twin? Now for our classic motion twin, it requires for us to have symbols. Now we can always convert our shapes into symbols. But this time I'm just going to add a new layer and draw another shape. Let's say an oval, and then I'm just going to modify this oval to identify that there is actually motion taking place. So I'll just change the other color, let's say yellow. Okay, and then let me just convert this one into a symbol and movie clip. Okay, and then you will notice that it already has this blue outline, meaning it's already grouped and it's already a movie clip. Now, if you will notice on the timeline, it still has no end state. So we'll try to make one by right-clicking and insert keyframe. For our end state, we'll try to move this here, and in between them, select classic twin. So there you go. We already have a movement for the classic twin. Now let's try to modify this classic twin a bit. So how about making it rotate. Okay, we will select the free transform tool. So let's try to rotate it a bit, and then let's try to see what will happen. Okay, it's turning the other way. So we can fix that one. In between the two states, we can select the type of rotation. From auto, let's choose clockwise so that our object will rotate clockwise. See? That's cool, right? And then how about changing the size? So let's make it a little bigger. Let's test the movie clip. Cool, right? So that's it for animation, and thank you very much for. See you in the next video.